Hello everyone, welcome to the Eureka channel, your go-to hub for mobile application development made simple. I promise you guys, everything you need to speed up your Flutter development journey is right here. And also on this channel, we'll be touching on Kotlin for building Android POS mobile applications. So if this is something that interests you, then this is a channel you want to subscribe to. Obviously, this is my first video and I am so excited doing it. So today, I'm going to be showing you step by step how to build a login screen in Flutter. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Once you're ready, fire up your favorite code editor. For me, I'm going to be using Android Studio. Fire it up and let's get started. So I have created a fresh Flutter project, and all we have to do is just clean up the default counter app that Flutter gave us to start with. I'm going to be doing that right away. So I'm going to clean up all this homepage class. So I'll clean this up. Also clean up the uh, widget class. Clean this up as well. Okay, let me just pick it from here. Clean this up as well. Okay, now clean this up as well. So I'm going to have a stateful widget and call it login screen. I'm going to pass that here. I'm going to remove the title property. Okay. So for my UI, I'm going to have two text fields and a login button all laid out inside a column widget in the scaffold. So here I'm going to have a scaffold. It's going to have it's going to take the title of text widget, login. So the scaffold is going to have a body property that takes a column widget. Inside the column widget, I have my two text form fields. Text form. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to have a children first. I'm just going to have a text form field. I'll select this. Another text form field. Another text form field. And then a button. I'm going to use an elevated button. So it's going to take an unpressed function. Let me just give it an empty function for now, and then it's going to have a child of a text widget, and I'll call it login. I'll wrap my colon in a padding widget to add some spacing, and I'll give it a padding of 16. So at the top layer of my class, I'm going to declare the form states and the text editing controller. We have form key, which is going to be equal to global key. Sorry, that will take form state. Take a function and then final. This will be the controller for the email, and I will call it text editing controller. Okay, that's all. Now just copy this. I'll have another controller for password. I can remove this const and also this. So for the key, I'm going to pass in the form key. So my UI is done. I'm just going to add a simple validator to the form fit. So pass in the controller property. I'll call this the email controller. Email. Okay, I'm going to call it the email. The email has already been named as text editing controller. And then I'm going to pass in a decoration property and call it input decoration. And I'll pass in the label text as email. And I'll validate it and say validator property, pass in the value, say a fat arrow, say value is not contained if it does not contain at, because we know that an email must have an at annotation. Say it no, or else say enter a valid email. That is done for the email. I'm going to do the same for the password, and I'll say controller, pass the password, input validation, call input decoration, that. Now call the label text, passing the password. For the validation also, call the validation property and passing the value, just like I did for my email. Flutter, say value, no, it is empty, that is empty. I'll say required required password or else it is null. So pretty much everything is ready. In between the text fields and the elevated button, I have put a size box to put a space between them. And then what I just want to do for this video is to just print the value of the email and password. So I'll just say if the form state, if the form key dot current state is validated, is validated. So I'll just say print my email text. I'll do the same for the password. If that, this is supposed to be an end of quotes. I'm going to print the same for password. Password dot text. So the result is going to be printed in the console. I'm just going to bring up my emulator and run my app. So it's already up. Let me just restart that. Okay, so my emulator is up and running. I'm just going to test the validator. So if I enter something, just say adj.com. Let's see if it's going to show the validator. Sorry about that, at yahoo.com. I just put in the password. I do this at the password and I click on login. So if you check my console, you see that those words, those two values I typed are already getting printed, and that is everything I want to show for this video. So we can also add one more property to the password text field and say to obscure the value, obscure text, and call it true. So let's run that again. All right, abj@gmail.com, an obscure password. If I don't want my password to be revealed, you see that that is already working. So if I print it again, that goes into the console. You can see that. So that's it for this video. In my next video, I'm going to be showing you how to, when you click on this button, you call an endpoint, which means you are sending your request to a backend. You call an API. So that's it for this video. If you found this helpful, please hit the like and subscribe for more Flutter and Kotlin tutorials. In the next video, I'll show you, just like I said, I'll show you how to connect this login screen to an API securely. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.